Alright, so we start off here with just some warming up on some squats. I just do the bar just to get a little stretch in my legs, get those quad muscles working. But this is basically just a video of me updating you guys on my squats, my PRs on my deadlifts and all of that. I've recently added sumo deadlifts, so this will be the first video where you guys see that. But here's me hitting just 135 for a warm-up on squat. This goes pretty easily. I tend to try and get as big of a stretch as I possibly can when I'm doing this lighter weight, because that's when I can focus on that the most, is with the lighter weight, obviously, there. But yeah, we do about anywhere from 8 to 10 depending on how it's feeling that day, but make sure to get as much stretching as I possibly can before I start upping the weight. And from 135, I then go to 205 here. You can see me doing the David Lade stretching technique, like the horse kicks. I don't really know what you'd call these. I just call them the David Lade stretch because I've seen him do that a lot. But now we are hopping up, to 205, like I said. I just started squatting again with, taking, a year-and-a-half break, basically, at least. I started squatting again about, 2 months ago, 2 to 3 months ago. So, honestly, this is more than I think I ever did. My stretch isn't as ideal as I would like to see it. I don't get quite down as far as I'd hope so, but I think as I get more into squatting and I start doing this more often, it's going to get a lot better. But yeah, I was critiquing myself there, saying I didn't get down far enough. But here we are hitting 255. This is a PR for me. And we do hit it, but that stretch still isn't quite as much as I would like. I also forgot a belt here, which is insane, because anything over 225, I personally really need a belt. I did tweak my back a tiny bit there, but it is better now. It did not take that much longer for it to get over that little hump of it being like that. But you can see my pretty girlfriend there wearing her Tate McRae sweatshirt I bought her. Anyways, 255 again. That was my first attempt. This is my second. And I really didn't get far down on that one at all, as you could see, but that one I did a tiny bit more. I still get quite a big stretch. As a tall guy, I'm still getting down a decent amount there, but not quite as I would like to. You can see Treasure doing her warm-up. This is the only clip I have of her in here, which is honestly insane. We only have her warm-up clips. If you guys would like to see more of Treasure doing her squats or any of her lifts, leave a comment. I think she plans on starting her own Instagram and starting her own gym content, but we'll see on that. As time moves on, we will get an actual end to that statement to see if that is the case or not. But anyways, now moving over to conventional deadlifts. I've been doing sumo the past week prior to this, so hitting conventional again was honestly a challenge. I almost forgot how to even do this form, but this was really fun getting back into conventional. I really do enjoy it. This is what I did for the longest time possible. I also took a year and a half to 2 year break, probably close to 2 year break on deadlifting as well. I really just didn't do squatting or deadlifting for the longest time, and now I'm finally doing it again, and I absolutely love it, and it's making me love the gym more and more every single day. But we hit 135 here just for a warm-up, get that little stretch on the deadlift there. Then we upped it right to 225. My PR originally was 315 or I think it was 315 or 325, but that was with horrendous form before I even knew how to basically deadlift, and that was 2 years ago, so that doesn't count. But here's 225. I think this goes up pretty easily. The form is pretty good there. I was not about to try and lower that weight, though. I just dropped it because I feel like if I tried lowering that, I would have broke my back, because my lowering technique is terrible. But regardless, there we hit it again. We hit it a few times here just to get the ball rolling, I guess you could say, because I don't want to just neglect the smaller weights without doing reps, because then I feel like I'm working basically nothing. Here's my beautiful girlfriend again as she comes and does a dance on camera, which is peak, guys. And then I hit this amazing water ball flip with the Gatorade. That is how we do it right there. I have never missed a Gatorade bottle flip. Anyways, here we are hitting 275. I didn't hit 275 before this. Pretty sure that was a PR with my newest gym workouts. Like, basically my return to deadlifts, this was like a PR for me currently. But it does not stop here, guys, with the conventional. This is not the highest I get in this video. After that, yep, we hopped up to 295 here because 275 was moving pretty easily. I only did a couple of that, but I wanted to keep going. I wanted to keep pushing higher there. So we hit 295 right here. Form on that one, now that I'm looking at it, was not very good. That was not very good form. I started very high and my back was bent already. Here is it again, 295 again. I think the form was slightly better on that one. I don't know, they're both about equal. They were not, either of those were great form in my opinion. But then we hopped up to 315 because I was ego lifting this day and I really wanted to tie Tommy for his record. But Tommy still has higher than me, so I'm still chasing that kid. Shout out to my boy. Anyways, my form, I feel, was actually better with the 315 than the 295, which is just insane. That does happen sometimes, though. I feel like sometimes when you go heavier, the form does get better. But taking a step back from conventional, here we go to sumo. I started sumo deadlifting literally a week before this recording, I believe. It was my first time ever doing it. I was definitely inspired by Dave Late again. My biggest inspiration currently in life, alongside my dad. But anyways, there was a chapstick in my pocket, and I was messing with my form. I also cut up my what are those called? Shins. I cut up my shins a bunch while doing deadlifts, and I didn't even realize it. My shins are like literally bleeding. But we're gonna ignore that because I'm not gonna do deadlifts in pants. I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, we did a few warm-ups there on 135. Then we hopped up to 225 here on sumo. My form seems a little bit inconsistent. I feel like I sometimes spread my legs a lot, and then other times I fail to spread my legs enough. But the form here was honestly just okay. I feel like I've done a lot better as I've started doing sumo more. But I really do enjoy sumo like a buttload. So after the 225, we hopped up to 275 here, which was a PR on sumo for me at the time. This was also recorded a week ago, and I have hit a higher PR than that now, but I was also tired as crap after conventional, so I couldn't even hit the 275 the first time I tried, but then the second time it went up like butter. But I wasn't going to stop with that one rep. I decided to go for another one here, and I didn't know if I could get this considering I was extremely tired, but I decided to go for it anyways. And I'm about to lift it, and with bad form, we got it. So then I decided to stop there. I could have went heavier, but I decided not to for this video. But I hope you guys enjoyed. This is just a little update on my squats and deadlifts. Like I said, I had a lot of fun making this video. I plan on doing these videos midweek sometimes, just quick little short videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Love you guys a lot. Run up this video. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.